beautiful soul, welcome back. I'm so happy to be here with you today. My name is Mandy de Grace. I am a Reiki practitioner, a wellness lover, and a naturopathy student. So, you may be watching this on my YouTube channel or you're listening to it on my podcast called Hello Goddess. Either way, welcome. So, today I decided to talk about a subject that I know touches every single one of us. And it was suggested by one of my followers. So, let me see how she phrased it. She says, "How do I stay in the moment, trust the process when life gets really, really hard?" I just want to start by saying thank you so much to this person for sending me this. It is a very, very good question. I'm going to try to the best of my ability to answer it, and hopefully by the end of this episode, you will learn something that you can apply to your life when you are going through a difficult period. So, I just want to start by saying when I talk about a difficult experience, a painful experience, that can be completely subjective. For example, things that were difficult when I was younger, if I would go through the same experience now with the knowledge and resilience that I have now, I would probably maybe just laugh it off, or I would completely see it in a different light. That goes for different people too. Like something that is easy for you could be really, really difficult for another person. So it's important to not judge other people's experiences and not to judge your own experience, and know that if it's painful, it's valid. Your emotions are valid and your experience is valid, and you're allowed to feel human emotions. Obviously, there are human experiences that are universally painful, like divorce, losing your partner, losing somebody you love, losing your house, becoming ill. So, the advice that I'm going to give hopefully will be able to apply to all of these different scenarios. So, before I tell you what you can do to help the situation, I want to tell you one thing that I think you should not do, and that's repressing your feelings, repressing your pain. Why? Because no matter how much you think it's gone, it's going to come back to the surface when you least expect it. So you might as well just face the fear now, face the pain now, so you can grieve properly and really move on. See, I know how scary it is to face that pain, to embrace that pain, but think about this, like, human beings are so resilient. A lot of us have been through traumatic experiences and we're still here, we're still alive, and you can handle this. I promise you, dear, you will get through this. Try to harness the power, the strength of your ancestors that have been through the most traumatic and difficult experiences for you to be here. When I'm facing something difficult, I always ask myself, is there somebody else in the world that has been through the same experience? And if the answer is yes, then I can go through it too. If somebody else was able to go through it, I can go through it. Unfortunately, we don't get to pick and choose what we're going to experience in this life, but we do get to choose our attitude. We do get to choose how we're going to face these things. It's okay to embrace the pain, to cry, to break down. But after that, take a deep breath, get back on your feet, and tell yourself, I am able to get through this. I am strong, I'm resilient, I am wise, and I'm going to be that much stronger on the other side. So this is probably the most powerful advice I can give you. Talk to yourself, look at yourself in the mirror, tell yourself, I love you, Mandy. Thank you for being there for me. Thank you for being strong. Thank you for getting me through everything that you got me through in my life. So just be mindful of the way that you talk to yourself. Pretend that you're your own best friend. What would you say to your best friend if she was going through the same situation? So that's the first advice I want to give. Use words of affirmation. And if you can, write down this phrase somewhere where you can see it every day. This too shall pass. Because life is impermanent. There's nothing permanent about life. Whether that is pain, pleasure, happiness, sadness, everything that you're going to experience will come to pass at a certain point in time. The second advice that I want to give you is be present. Be present in the now, in the here and now. Be in your body. Feel what your body is going through. Because a lot of the pain that we feel is not about the present moment at all. It's about something that happened in the past, or it's about something that we fear will happen in the future. So when we are able to be completely connected to our body, to feel the sensations that are coming through our five senses, we are not thinking so much about what happened in the past or what might happen in the future. We are simply just experiencing the present moment. Another method that I really recommend is the time block method. So I'm pretty sure I made this up myself going through a difficult time, but basically what you're going to tell yourself is, I'm going to feel this pain for the next 24 hours, no more than that. Because sometimes the thought of having to feel this intense acute pain for more than a day is unbearable. Like, you can't stand the thought of that. So you want to focus on being able to feel it for just 24 hours. If 24 hours seems too long, do 12. If 12 seems too long, do 1 hour. And if 1 hour seems too long because you're in so much emotional pain, physical pain, do it minute by minute, okay? So focus on that time ahead of you, and that's it. Another thing that I highly recommend you try is meditation. And I realized that it's kind of like a practice. You have to practice over and over again for it to become very powerful. But even if you just sit down and try to quiet your thoughts or slow down your thoughts for a few minutes, it's going to help the pain. Because pain, emotional pain, every emotion that we ever feel is preceded by a thought. So if you can slow down your thoughts, you're going to slow down the amount of pain that you feel in your body. If you're a little bit more advanced when it comes to meditation, one thing that I recommend is sitting down and trying to distance yourself from the pain, from the emotion. So get to a point where you are the observer of the emotion instead of being completely immersed in it. When you get to that point, I want you to start questioning that aspect of yourself that is feeling the emotional pain. Try to see if you can reframe the situation in the way that makes you feel a little bit lighter, a little bit more at peace. Tap into the wisdom that is already within you and see if you can find a way to reframe the situation that makes it more digestible. Another thing that I highly suggest is praying. And you don't have to necessarily pray to God or to a goddess. You can pray to the universe. You can pray to an ancestor. You can pray to yourself, to your own soul. And if it makes it any easier, write it down in a journal so you can really see on paper what it is that you're going through, and hopefully you will get that insight to see your situation from a higher perspective. Don't forget to breathe. Breathe with your stomach. Breathe deeply. We forget to breathe when we're going through a stressful period, and just the simple act of breathing deeply can really reduce our levels of stress and anxiety. The last thing that I want to tell you is trust. Trust the universe. Trust that what is happening for the greatest good, no matter how horrible it may seem. Trust that it's happening for you. And later on in life, once you've grieved, once you've matured, you'll be able to look back and think, thank you. Thank you for this experience, because it made me who I am. It made me stronger. It made me wiser. Now, before I finish this episode, I just want to tell you how proud I am of you. You've been through so much and you're still here. You're still standing, and you are a beautiful person. Remember, if you're going through a difficult period, to reach out to your friends. Don't isolate yourself. Talk to your family. Talk to your therapist. and make sure that you are opening up to get that support that you need. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day. I'm sending you all of the love, the light, and the Reiki energy. I love you guys. Bye.